In this video, we are going to take up one more problem on isometric projection. How to solve this problem by using the solid software. The problem reads as a hemisphere diameter 50 mm is resting on its curved surface centrally on the top face of a rectangular pyramid. Base 80 mm and 60 mm and top 60 mm by 40 mm. The height is being 55 mm. Draw the isometric projection of the combination. So to do that, first I will go for the solid screen. This is the default A2 size screen. The moment when we log into the solid software, I need to change it to A4. So to change the sheet, you have to go to the sheet 1, right click on the mouse button, click on sheet setup and show the background sheet which you need to change it to A4, and I don't want to show background, I will say OK. Then the display is still set for A2 and you make it to A4, you just click on fit. So this exercise you need to do it for every problem. So then I need, before actually going for the actual problem, make sure go to IntelliSketch, enable endpoint, intersection and horizontal or vertical, and the rest of the options you make it disabled. Then you go to text. So now you change the text from solid ISO to take Times New Roman and to take font size as 4, and you click wherever you want and start typing the text. A hemisphere diameter 50 mm is resting on the curved surface centrally on the top face of rectangular pyramid. Base 80 mm by 60 mm and top 60 mm by 40 mm, height 60 mm by 40 mm, comma, height 55 mm. Draw the isometric projection. Draw the isometric projection of the combination. Now you just right click, then you go to move, select this and place it appropriately. Now we need to start creating the drawing. So first I need to have the curved surface. You have an hemisphere of 55 mm is resting on the curved surface of the rectangular slab. First you are going to create 80 mm rectangle. You go to 0.05. So you will take any point and I will take 80, angle is 30. Then I will go to take 60, angle is 150. Now you go to move, enable the copy, select this, take endpoint of this to endpoint of this, take endpoint of this to endpoint of this. Now you go to midpoint, so go to line, midpoint of this to midpoint of this, again you take midpoint of this to midpoint of this. Now you disable midpoint, so you go to line and the height is given to be 55 mm, you take the height, take 55, angle is 90. Okay. Then you create one more rectangle of 60 mm. So go to line. So take 60 mm, angle is 30. Then you take 40 mm, angle is 150. Then you go to move, enable copy. You take endpoint of this to endpoint of this. Then you take endpoint of this to endpoint of this. Then you go to line, enable midpoint, take midpoint of this to midpoint of this, and then you take the midpoint of this to midpoint of this. Then you go to move, disable copy, select this entire drawing, take the midpoint is disabled, take intersection to endpoint. Now you go to line command, draw a line from these two, similarly from these two, So because it is a rectangular pyramid. Okay. Then you take from end point of this to end point of this. So we have the drawing. So you take line end point of this to end point of this. Okay. Once you do that, now I need to create the curved surface, your hemisphere. So I will take a line, a square of 50 mm diameter. So you take 50, angle is 30, then you take 50, angle is 150. Now you go to move, take a copy, end point of this to end point of this, again move, take end point of this to end point of this. Now you enable midpoint, then go to line, take midpoint of this to midpoint of this, then you take midpoint of this to midpoint of this, then you disable midpoint, go to line, take end point to this end point to this end point, similarly end point to this end point to this end point. Now you go to circle, then you go to arc by center point, take end point to this end point to this end point, similarly end point to this end point to this end point, take intersection to this, so this end point, similarly you take end point to this, intersection to this. Now I need to okay, now we need to construct this. So to do this, so now we will go to take line, you take end point of this to take the 25, correct? Hemisphere of diameter 50 mm, no? Yes. You take the height as 25, angle is 90. Now you go to scale, select this entire drawing, okay. Now you move this also, okay. You go to move, disable copy, select this entire drawing, take the intersection to this end point, okay. Now you reduce the entire drawing, now you have to reduce this entire drawing. So to do that, okay, okay. Now so to do that, I will go for a scale, select this entire drawing, sorry, go to fit, then you go to scale, select this entire drawing, take this end point, make it 0.816, okay, reduce it. Now you go to zoom, select this, go to circle, take end point of this to this, okay, so sorry. Now you go to Ctrl Z, okay. Now you go to line, take end point of this, take the height as 25, angle is 90. Now you go to scale, select this drawing, make this drawing to be 0.816, then you go to move, select this drawing, take the intersection to end point. Now you go for a circle command, take the end point of this to tangent to this, okay, okay. Now you go for zoom window, go to trim this portion and this portion and remove this drawing. So here I will take this top surface, and this make it 0.5. Then you have split this line till here, and then split this line till here. Then you go to fit, then you go to select by holding the shift key. Then you take these four sides. Okay, make it 0.5. So this is your actual drawing what you have, wherein you go to move, disable copy, you select this and move it wherever you want. Then you go to line command and draw one vertical line and then one horizontal line, and go to extend to next, and similarly you delete this, it's not required. So once you do that, now I want to go to format, modify, general, make these dimensions black, then go to text, take this text as Times New Roman, font size is 3, then lines and coordinates as 0.1, and say OK and apply. Now you go for distance angle between these two, make it 30, then angle between these two. Then you go to text, make the font size as 3, go to ISO scale used. Okay, now you go to move, enable copy, select this entire drawing and you keep it here. Give the Y displacement as 0 and move it here. Now you come down to zoom window. Here you take these two lines, which you make it as select this, make these two as the axis lines. Similarly you make these two lines as axis lines. Okay, then you come down to fit, then come down to zoom window. Now you need not have to do this, so this line is deleted, this is not there. Okay, this is not there, then you don't have these things. Okay, remove it. Okay, okay, delete this, delete this, delete this and delete this. So you select this and make it 0.5, and similarly you select this, you make it 0.5, and then you select this, you make it 0.05. Okay, so this is how you will be able to create the drawing of a hemisphere placed on a rectangular pyramid, having the bottom surface and having the different top surface, which is placed on the curved surface centrally. This is how you will be able to create the drawing by using the SolidWorks software. Thank you.